Far away, on a quiet planet called Larina, lived a young alien princess named Zara. Larina was a beautiful world filled with green forests, tall mountains, and strange glowing rivers. Many kinds of aliens lived there, but Zara was very different. From all of them, Zara was born with a disability. Her legs did not work well, and she could not walk like other aliens. Her arms were weak too, and she could only move slowly in a special chair that her servants pushed around the palace. Many people on Larina thought that because she was different, she was weak or unlucky. Some even believed that her disability was a curse from old gods. The palace where Zara lived was large and full of beauty. Tall marble pillars held up the ceilings, and bright tapestries hung on the walls. But for Zara, the palace felt more like a cage than a home. She spent most of her days inside, looking out the tall windows at the world she could not freely explore. Zara had no friends. The other young aliens of her age would not come near her. Some were afraid of her disability, others thought she was strange. The princess often heard whispers when she walked by, and she felt lonely even when surrounded by servants. She had one close person, her nurse, an old gentle alien named Mira. Mira cared for Zara since she was a baby. She always spoke softly and told Zara stories about heroes and brave souls. But even Mira could not replace the happiness of having friends to play and laugh with one day. Zara sat by the big window of her room. She watched the children of the palace gardens play. Their laughter filled the air, and their bright eyes sparkled with joy. Zara's heart ached. She wished she could join them, but she knew it was not possible. The children ignored her because she could not run or climb like they could. As the sun set, the sky turned orange and pink. Zara sighed and closed her eyes. "Why am I so different?" she whispered to herself. "Will I ever have a friend?" In the palace, the king and queen worried about their daughter. The queen said, "She is so lonely. I fear she will grow sad and weak." The king replied, "Our people do not understand her. They see only what she cannot do, not who she is." Decided to keep Zara safe, but did not know how to help her find happiness. Far beyond Larina, a human ship flew through space. The ship was part of a peaceful mission to explore new worlds and make friends. The crew was curious about Larina and its people. Among the crew was a young man named Alex. He was kind, brave, and always looked for the good in others. Alex heard stories about the alien princess. Some called her weak, but he felt a strong urge to learn more about her. He wanted to meet her and see if he could help her feel less lonely. When the human ship landed near Larina's capital, Alex asked to visit the palace. The royal guards were surprised but allowed him in after the queen's approval. Alex walked carefully through the grand halls until he reached Zara's room. When Zara saw Alex, she felt nervous. She had never seen a human before. Alex smiled gently and said, "Hello, princess. I am Alex. I have heard about you." Zara blinked and looked at him. "You came to see me?" she asked softly. "Yes," Alex said. "I wanted to meet the brave princess who lives here." The servants watched quietly as the two spoke. Alex did not look at Zara's disability, but at her eyes full of sadness and hope. Alex stayed and talked with Zara for a while, told her about the stars, the planets, and the adventures humans had. He shared stories of people who overcame difficulties and found strength inside themselves. Zara listened closely. She had never heard such words. Alex's voice was warm and honest. She began to feel something new, hope. After Alex left, Zara could not stop thinking about him. He was different from the others. He saw her as a person, not a weakness. Days passed and Alex returned to visit. Each time, Zara's smile grew a little bigger. She wanted to explore the palace gardens, but was afraid to try. One afternoon, Alex gently asked, "Would you like to see the gardens?" "I can help you." Zara hesitated, but then nodded slowly. Alex and Mira helped Zara into a special chair with wheels. Slowly, Alex pushed her outside for the first time in a long time. The gardens were full of bright flowers and tall trees. Sunlight danced on the leaves. Zara's eyes shone as she felt the breeze on her face. "This is beautiful," she said softly. Alex smiled. There is more beauty beyond these walls, princess. You just have to find it. Zara felt a warmth in her heart. For the first time, she did not feel alone. But not everyone was happy about Alex's visits. Some nobles whispered that a human should not be so close to the princess. They believed that Zara's future should be decided by tradition, not by new ideas yet. Zara did not care. She wanted to know more about Alex's world and to feel the joy of friendship. That night, as the stars filled the sky, Zara whispered to herself, "Maybe I am not so different. Maybe there is hope for me after all." And somewhere beyond the stars, Alex smiled, ready to help the lonely princess find her place in the galaxy. The next morning, the palace was quieter than usual. Princess Zara woke up feeling a little different. She remembered the fresh air from the garden and the kindness of Alex, the human. Something inside her felt hopeful for the first time in a long time. Alex was also ready for another visit. This time, he brought a small gift, a smooth stone from Earth, shining softly in the light. He wanted to show Zara that even small things could hold meaning. When Alex arrived, Zara smiled warmly. "Thank you for the gift," she said. "It is beautiful," Alex smiled back. "It is just a small reminder that even when things seem small, they can be special." They talked for hours about many things: the stars, their homes, and their dreams. Alex listened closely when Zara spoke about her loneliness and her wish for friendship. Zara said, "Sometimes I feel like no one understands me. They see only my weakness." Alex looked into her eyes. "I understand. Being different can be hard, but it can also be a strength." Alex told Zara stories about humans who faced challenges but never gave up. He spoke about courage, hope, and the power of friendship. Zara felt inspired. After their talk, Alex asked, "Would you like to learn more about my world? Maybe one day you can visit." Zara's eyes brightened. That would be a dream come true. But life in the palace was not easy. Many nobles and advisors whispered that the princess should not trust a human. They said the human might bring danger, or that Zara's friendship with him was not proper. One day, as Alex left the palace, a stern advisor named Lord Velen approached Zara. "Princess," he said coldly, "humans are strangers. You should be careful. Your people expect you to follow our traditions, not befriend outsiders." Zara looked down, feeling the weight of his words. But deep inside, she knew that Alex was different. He made her feel alive. Meanwhile, Alex worked to learn more about Larina and its people. He wanted to help Zara in any way he could. Spoke with Mira, the princess's nurse, who told him about Zara's childhood and her dreams. Mira said softly, "The princess is kind and strong, but she has been alone for so long. Your visits bring light to her days." Alex felt determined. He wanted to do more than just visit. He wanted to help Zara find her place in a world that often did not accept her. One afternoon, Alex asked the queen for permission to take Zara outside the palace walls to see the city and meet the people. The queen hesitated, but finally agreed, hoping this experience would bring Zara happiness, with careful help from Mira and the palace guards. Zara was prepared for her first journey outside in many years. Alex stayed by her side, guiding her through the busy streets. People stared as they passed. Some whispered, but others smiled softly, seeing the princess's gentle courage in the city square.
The small crowd had gathered for a festival music
Played, and children danced around colorful lights. Alex said to Zara, "This is your world too. It is full of life and joy." Zara smiled shyly and listened to the music. She felt the warmth of the people's smiles and began to forget her fears. At one point, a small child approached her. The child's eyes were wide with curiosity but friendly. "Are you the princess?" the child asked. Zara nodded gently. "I wish I could be your friend," the child said simply. Zara single quotes, as heart filled with happiness. She reached out and the child took her hand. Alex watched quietly, proud to see Zara connect with others. The day ended with Zara feeling more alive than ever. She realized that friendship was possible, even for her. That night, back in the palace, Zara whispered to Mira, "Maybe my life can change. Maybe I am not alone anymore." Mira smiled and said, "You have a brave heart, princess. The world will see it soon," but not all were pleased. Lord Velen and some other nobles grew angry. They feared change and the power Alex's friendship gave Zara. They planned to speak with the king, warning him that the princess's growing bond with a human might cause trouble. The king listened carefully but saw the happiness in Zara's eyes. He understood that his daughter needed more than rules. She needed hope. As days passed, Alex and Zara grew closer. Alex shared more stories about human kindness and strength. Zara shared her dreams of a future where she could lead her people. With courage, Alex whispered one evening, "You are not weak, Zara. You are strong because you face the world with your heart." Zara looked at him and said softly, "Thank you, Alex. Make me believe in myself." Their friendship was changing. Both their worlds, slowly but surely. The days after the festival were brighter for Princess Zara. She found new joy in the little things, the soft breeze on her face, the warm smiles of the people, and the gentle voice of Alex, the human who had become her friend. Alex visited her often now. Each time, he brought stories and small gifts from his home planet. Zara loved to listen and imagine the faraway places he described. One day, Alex brought a small music box. When he opened it, soft notes filled the room. Zara's eyes sparkled. With delight, "It is beautiful," she said softly. "Music can heal the heart," Alex said. "It can bring hope even in dark times." She felt her heart slowly opening after years of loneliness. As their friendship grew, Alex taught Zara how humans find strength in challenges. He told her about people who never gave up, even when life was hard. Zara listened closely and felt courage rise inside her. One afternoon, Alex helped Zara into her special chair and pushed her outside again. This time, they went to the palace gardens. The flowers bloomed brightly, and the birds sang sweet songs. Zara smiled and said, "I wish I could run and play like the children." Alex looked at her kindly. "You can still find joy. Strength is not only in the body, but also in the spirit." They spent hours talking about dreams and hopes. Zara shared how she longed to be seen as more than her disability, Alex promised. To help her show her true self, back in the palace, word of their friendship spread quickly. Some nobles were still angry. They whispered that a human should not have such influence over the princess. Some feared change and others were jealous. One day, Lord Velen approached the queen again. "Your daughter is being misled by a stranger," he said. "This could harm our kingdom." The queen sighed. She saw the happiness in Zara's eyes but feared the court's anger. The king spoke calmly. "We must protect our daughter, but also let her grow. Friendship should never be forbidden." Zara felt a new strength from her parents' words. Wanted to stand up and show the world who she really was. One evening, Alex and Zara shared a quiet moment under the stars. The sky was clear and full of shining lights. Alex whispered, "You are brave, Zara. Never forget that." Zara smiled. "You make me believe I can be more than what others see." Alex reached out and took her hand gently. The touch was warm and comforting. "You are not alone anymore," he said softly. Their bond grew stronger. Each day, Zara began to dream of leading her people with kindness and courage. But challenges still waited. Some nobles secretly planned to stop their friendship. They worried that the princess's new strength could change the kingdom in ways they did not want. Despite this, Zara felt ready. She had Alex and Mira by her side. She was no longer the lonely princess. One morning, Zara asked Alex, "Will you help me show the court that I am strong?" Alex nodded. "We'll face this together." They began to plan how Zara could speak at the next council meeting. It would be her chance to show her true self and ask for respect. The days before the meeting were full of practice. Zara worked hard to find her voice. Alex encouraged her every step. Finally, the day came. Zara entered the grand hall where nobles and advisors gathered. Her heart beat fast, but she held her head high. She spoke clearly and with courage. "I am Zara, Princess of Lorena. I may be different, but I am strong in my heart." I ask you to see me not for what I cannot do, but for who I am." Some nobles whispered in surprise. Others looked down, but many saw the truth in her words. Alex watched proudly. He knew this was just the beginning. After the meeting, the king praised Zara. "You have shown great courage. Your people will follow your strength." Zara smiled, feeling a new hope for the future. That night, Alex whispered again, "Be mine, Zara. Together, we can change the world." Zara's heart filled with joy. She knew their journey was only starting. After Princess Zara's brave speech, the palace was filled with quiet whispers. Some nobles were surprised by her courage, but others were angry. They did not want a princess who challenged old rules and traditions. Lord Velen was the most angry. Of all, he gathered some nobles and said, "This human influence is dangerous. The princess is our future, but she listens to a stranger. This could break our kingdom." The queen worried. She spoke to Zara softly. "My dear, the court is not ready for change. You must be careful." Zara nodded but felt determined. "I will be careful, mother, but I will not hide who I am." The king stood by his daughter's side. He told the court, "Our kingdom needs strength and kindness. Zara has both. We should support her." Still, many nobles resisted. They planned to challenge Zara's power and force her to follow the old ways. One day, the court called a meeting to discuss Zara's future. The hall was crowded with serious faces. Zara entered with Alex by her side. She felt nervous, but strong. Lord Velen spoke first. "Princess Zara's friendship with a human is a threat to our traditions. We cannot allow this to continue." Nodded, and whispers grew louder. Zara stood quietly listening. Then the queen spoke. "Our daughter's happiness is important. We should let her make her own choices." Alex added calmly, "Zara is not just a princess. She is a leader who can bring hope to your people." Zara took a deep breath and said, "I understand your fears, but I am not weak. My friendship with Alex has made me stronger. I want to lead with kindness and courage." Her words surprised many. Some began to see her in a new light. Lord Velen was not ready to give up. He asked, "How can you trust a human when we know so little about them?" Alex answered, "Humans have faced many challenges and learned to work together. I want to help Lorena grow stronger." The court was silent. The truth in Alex's words could not be ignored. After the meeting, some nobles came to speak with Zara privately. Few apologized for their harsh words and promised to support her. Zara felt hope rising. She realized change was possible if she stayed brave. But danger still lurked. Lord Velen was not done. He began to spread rumors about Alex and the princess. He hoped to turn the people against them. One night, Zara found a letter slipped under her door. It warned her to stop her friendship with Alex or face consequences. Zara felt fear, but did not tell anyone. She knew she had to be strong. Alex noticed her worry and asked, "What is wrong, Zara?" She smiled faintly and said, "Some do not want us to be together, but I will not let fear control me." Alex held her hand and said, "We face this together, no matter what." With the help of Myra and loyal friends, Zara prepared for the challenges ahead. She knew the path would be hard, but her heart was full of courage. One day, a festival was held in Lorena's capital. Zara wanted to attend, despite the risks. With Alex and Mira by her side, she entered the crowded streets. Many people stared, but some smiled and greeted her warmly. Zara felt the love of her people and knew she was not alone. As the festival lights shone bright, Zara whispered to Alex, "Thank you for believing in me." Alex replied, "You are the strongest person I know." Their bond grew stronger in the face of danger. The story of the lonely, disabled princess and the kind human was becoming a symbol of hope for Lorena, and together they would change the future. The days after the festival were filled with hope and tension. Princess Zara felt the weight of her new role growing heavier, but also lighter, because she had people who believed in her: Alex, Mira, and some loyal friends in the court. Evening, The palace garden was quiet and peaceful. Zara sat in her chair under a big flowering tree. Alex was there, sitting close by. Watching the stars appear in the dark sky, Zara looked at him and said softly, "Alex, I have never felt this way before. You have given me hope and courage." Alex smiled gently. "You deserve to feel that way, Zara. You are stronger than you know." There was a soft pause between them, filled only by the sounds of night birds and the gentle rustle of leaves. Alex leaned closer and whispered, "Be mine." The words were simple but powerful. Zara's heart raced. She looked into Alex's eyes and saw honesty and care. For a moment, the world felt still. Then Zara whispered back, "I will." Their bond became something deeper than friendship. It was a promise of hope, courage, and a future. Together, but even with this new promise, challenges did not disappear. Lord Velen and other nobles still plotted against them. They spread stories that the princess was weak and that the human would bring ruin. Zara heard these whispers but refused to let them break her spirit instead. She focused on her people. She wanted to show them that being different was not a weakness, but a gift. With Alex's help, Zara began working on new ideas for the kingdom. She wanted to make life better for all, especially those who were often forgotten or ignored. She visited hospitals and schools, meeting people who needed support and kindness. Her disability no longer held her back, made her stronger and more understanding. Alex stood by her side at every step, encouraging her and sharing his own stories of struggle and hope. One day, a young girl in the city approached Zara and said, "You inspire me. I want to be brave like you." Zara smiled and took the girl's hand. "You already are brave." News of the princess's kindness spread beyond Larina. Other kingdoms began to listen and respect her. But Lord Velen was desperate. He tried one last time to convince the king to stop Zara's plans and her friendship with Alex. The king looked at his daughter with pride. "Zara is our future. I will stand with her." The king's support gave Zara new strength. She knew she was not alone. One evening, Zara and Alex sat together watching the sunset. The sky was a mix of gold and pink. Alex whispered again, "No matter what comes, I will be here. You are not alone." Zara leaned her head on his shoulder and smiled. "Thank you, Alex. You have changed my life." Together, they dreamed of a future where no one would be judged for being different, where kindness and courage ruled. The lonely, disabled princess was no longer alone. She had found love, hope, and a purpose, and with Alex by her side, she was ready to face whatever the future held. The days after Alex whispered "Be mine" to Princess Zara were filled with both hope and hard work. Their bond gave Zara new strength. She was no longer the lonely, disabled princess who stayed inside the palace. She was becoming a leader who inspired her people. Zara and Alex worked together to bring change to Larina. They wanted the kingdom to be a place where everyone was accepted, no matter their differences. Zara focused on helping those who were weak, sick, or forgotten. Alex shared ideas from Earth about kindness, teamwork, and courage. The king and queen stood proudly beside their daughter. The court slowly began to accept the new princess. Some nobles who once opposed her now saw her strength and joined her. 'Cause at one morning, Zara woke up with a plan. She wanted to create a place where disabled and lonely people could find friends, learn skills, and feel strong. She called it the Hope Center. Alex helped her explain the idea to the court. Were surprised but curious. After some talk, the Hope Center was approved. Soon, the Hope Center opened its doors. People from all over Larina came to learn, share, and support each other. Zara visited often, smiling and talking with the people she helped. One day, a young boy came to the center. He had lost his legs in an accident and felt very sad. Zara talked to him and said, "You are not alone. We are here to help you find your strength." The boy smiled for the first time in months. He joined the classes and made new friends. Zara's single quotes, his heart filled with joy. She knew this was only the beginning of a brighter future. Meanwhile, Alex and Zara's friendship grew stronger. They spent time together talking, laughing, and dreaming. Their love was quiet but deep. One evening, they walked in the palace garden. The stars shone brightly above them. Alex said softly, "Zara, you have changed so much. You are a true leader." Zara smiled and said, "I could not do this without you." Alex took her hand gently. "We are stronger together." But even with happiness, challenges remained. Some outside the palace still did not trust humans or change. Zara knew she must continue to show kindness and courage. She began visiting villages and towns, meeting people and listening to their stories. Many were surprised to see the princess, but her gentle words won their hearts. As Zara traveled, she sent messages of hope and strength to her people. She reminded them that being different was not a weakness, but a gift. Alex stayed by her side, always ready to help and support her. One day, the king announced a new law inspired by Zara's work. It promised equal rights and respect for all, no matter their abilities or differences. The kingdom celebrated this change. Zara felt proud, but knew the real work was still ahead. One afternoon, as Zara looked out from her palace window, she thought about how far she had come. From a lonely disabled girl to a princess who inspired many, Alex joined her and said, "The future is bright, Zara. Together, we will make it better." Zara smiled, feeling hope and love in her heart. Their story became a legend in Larina, the story of a lonely disabled princess who found friendship, love, and courage with a human who whispered, "Be mine." And as the stars shone above, Zara and Alex knew their journey was only beginning.